Literary theory, last minute revision, what you can do. So first you have to remember the chronology of the theory. New criticism, formalism, structuralism, post-structuralism or deconstructionism, psychoanalysis, postmodernism, psychoanalysis criticism, archetypal criticism, reader response theory, feminism, Marxism, new historicism, culture studies, queer theory, eco-criticism, post-colonial criticism, gender studies, film theory, the new liberalism, the new theorists of revolution, narratology. Because if you don't remember the chronology, maybe in questions come through like chronology, that which theories come first, which come in the middle, or which come later. So for these types of questions you have to remember the chronology of the theories. And then most important, that the writers or the theorists and which theory they belong to. Like new criticism, William Emerson, I. Richards, Clint Brooks, Alan Tate, New Aristotelian, F.R. Lewis, Wimsatt and Bradley, R.P. Blackmore, John Crow Ransom, Robert Penn Oren, T.S. Eliot. In that way, in every theory, what are the most important theorists you have to remember? Like formalism, Victor Skaloevsky, Yuri Tirinov, Boris Ichenbaum, Roman Jakobson. Structuralism, Ferdinand de Saussure, C.S. Perry, Claude Lévi-Strauss, Vladimir Propp, A.G. Grimmers, Gerard Giron, Mikhail Bakhtin, Roland Barthes. These are the most important. And you can take the screenshot also from there. Post-structuralism or deconstructionism, Michael Foucault, Jacques Derrida, Paul Deman, J.H. Miller. Postmodernism, Jean Baudrillard, Julia Kristeva, Jean-Francis Lyotard, Frederick Jameson, Jürgen Habermas, Bell Hooks, Linda Hutcheon. Psychoanalysis criticism, Sigmund Freud, Jacques Lacan, Harold Bloom, Noam Chomsky. And here I can say archetypal criticism, Jess Fraser, Carl Jung, Northrop Frere, Maud Botkin. Reader response theory, Norma Holland, Ulva Isar, Stanley Fish, H.R. Jas, Roland Barthes. Feminism, Mary Wollstonecraft, Margaret Fuller, J.S. Mill, Virginia Woolf, Simon de Beauvoir, Kate Miller, Judith Butler, Elena Salter, Helena Sixia, Sandra and Susan Gilbert, Sulamit Firestone. Marxism, Karl Marx and Engels, Louis Althusser, Antonio Gramsci, P.D. Body, Paul Ricoeur, Ernest Mandel, Raymond William, Terry Glitton. New Historicism, Michael Foucault, Barclay, Stephen Greenblatt, Harold Aram Visser. Culture studies, most important are like Raymond Williams and here are Stuart Hall, Richard Hoggart. These three are more important. Stuart Hall, Richard Hoggart and Raymond Williams. And then queer theory, Eve Kosofsky-Sedgwick. Eco-criticism, Lawrence Cook, Jonathan Swift, Cheryl Lottie-Felty, Patrick Demurci, and so on. And in post-colonialism, most important are Franz Fanon, Edward Said, Homike Bhabha, Gayatri Spivak, Kami Caesarian Leopold, Edward Soja, Benedict Anderson, Antonio Negri, and Michael Hart, Salman Rushdie, Bill Ashcroft, Henry Louis Gates. So I'm just going so fast because I am showing the names, so already you can see, that's why. Because they sometimes give the theory and you have to match that who are the theorists related to this particular theory. Like new criticism, William Emerson, I. Richards, and Victor Skaloevsky, formalism. Like Michael Foucault, deconstruction, Ferdinand de Saussure, structuralism, in that way. Now the most important theorists and their works, also very important. So William Emerson, 7 types of ambiguity, some versions of pastoral, Milton's God. I. Richards, meaning of meaning, principles of literary criticism, practical criticism, a study of literary judgment. Clint Brooks, the well-wrought on is very important, and its subtitle also, studies in the structure of poetry. F.R. Lewis, Great Tradition and the Westland. William Wimsatt and Monroe Beardsley, the fallacies, intentional fallacy and affective fallacy. Alan Tate, the man of letters in the modern world. John Crow Ransom, new criticism, of course, very important. That who created the term new criticism? The answer will be John Crow Ransom. And then defamiliarization, that is by Victor Skalowski. Metaphor and Metonymy by Roman Jacobson. And we all know Ferdinand de Saussure, Course in General Linguistics, and the most important, Parole and Lang. Vladimir Prop, Morphology of Folktales. Mikhail Bakhtin is important. Problems of Dostoevsky's art, Rebellious and his world, dialogue, imagination of essays, discourse in the novel. Roland Barthes is very, very important. Mythologies, death of the author, from the work to test, XYZ. And death of the author, this work in the exam comes again and again. Michael Foucault is important. Madness and Civilization, Birth of a Clinic, Order of Things, Discipline and Punish, History of Sexuality, Archaeology of Knowledge. Jacques Derrida, very important for deconstruction, that is of grammatology, his work. And also in the exam sometimes come that deconstructionism, and you have to match with Jacques Derrida. Important one is also Jean Baudrillard, Simulacra and Simulation, and we have to understand also that what is simulacra and what is simulation. Julia Kristeva, intertextuality is very important, intertextuality concept. Sigmund Freud, interpretation of dreams, very important. Harold Bloom, the anxiety of influence is very much important. J.S. Fraser, the Golden Boy is important, and its another subtitle is here, a study in comparative religion. Northrop Fryer, important, like he is from reader response, archetypal criticism. Carl Jung and Northrop Fryer, make it remember. Stanley Fish, and is there a text in this class is important. Of course, Mary Wollstonecraft, important. Mary, a fiction, a vindication of rights of man, a vindication of rights of woman, wrongs of woman, Maria, and important also. Yes, these are the important. James Stuart Mill is important, on liberty. Subjection of women. These two are very important. James Stuart Mill, they will come that who has written Subjection of Women, or sometimes matching come like feminism. You have to match with James Stuart Mill, and also yes, these are the things. Of course, our greatest subconscious writer who wrote about the subconscious, sorry, not subconscious, I mean stream of conscious. She has written Orlando and Mrs. Dalloway, To the Lighthouse. Okay, so Virginia Woolf, important. Room of Monsoon, Profession for Women, Three Genius, Modern Fiction, Mr. Bennett and Mrs. Brown. This is important, Mr. Bennett and Mrs. Brown, this essay and prose writing. It's not novel. And Profession for Women and Room of Monsoon is very much important. We should read Room of Monsoon. That women, if women have money, some money and a room, then they can do a great work. Of course, Simon de Beauvoir's second sex is important. You have to remember the writer and their books, not so much deep study, but if you read it, it will help you more to memorize everything. Kate Millett is important, Sexual Politics. Karl Marx, important, Communist Manifesto and Das Kapital. Edward Said, important, Orientalism. Homi K. Bhabha's theory, a very important, Hybridity, Mimicry, Third Space. And his books are E.M. Foster's Passage to India, Nation and Narration, Science Taken Wonders, The Location of Culture. So among those four, E.M. Foster's Passage to India and the location of culture is important. But it would be better for you, it will be safe game to remember these four works by Homi K. Bhabha. Homi K. Bhabha is very, very much important for post-colonial criticism, post-colonial theory. Gayatri Spivak, in other words, Can the Subaltern Speak? Translation of grammatology. 3 are very, very important. Edward Soja, third space theory is important. Salman Rushdie, imaginary homeland. Thank you so much. Hope this will help you at the last moment to revise the most important writer and their works. Thank you.